to make way. Those students attend those schools, and then of course the white students withdraw from those schools as well. Governor Wallace and his stand in the schoolhouse door is well known. I think a lot of people don't realize that in the fall of 1963 he engaged in a spectacle.
Live from your local news leader, this is KTTC News.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Caitlin Alexander. Tom Overley is on assignment. Breaking news just into our newsroom. According to WTMJ, a scene of confusion and worry in Milwaukee after a gunman opened fire at a Juneteenth parade. As of right now, we know at least one person has been shot. We don't know the extent of their injuries. There was a heavy police presence at the scene, and parts of the area have been blocked off. This is a developing story, and we'll provide you with updates as we receive them. Since Juneteenth was officially recognized as a federal holiday in 2021, it's become more and more popular across the U.S. Here in Minnesota, a bipartisan effort led by DFLers in the House and Senate officially made the bill into a state holiday earlier this year. Last week, KTTC's Quinn Gorham talked with lawmakers as they explained the rich history and importance of the holiday and the recent effort to recognize it at the state level.
2 years after Lincoln signed the act, and another 20 days after the surrender of Lee, that would be June 19, 1865, for over 250,000 blacks in the state of Texas to get the good news.
Juneteenth has been a holiday celebrated by the black community for decades, and only in recent years has it made its way into the mainstream. The holiday celebrates the adoption of the Emancipation Proclamation in a post-Civil War Texas.
Today we are facing the moment when our most pain period finally came to an end.
This year, the state of Minnesota voted to officially recognize the holiday at the state level, thanks to efforts from Senator Bobby Joe Champion and Representative Ruth Richardson.
When you have your joy, you have survival.
Amen. At the state level, the law passed with almost full bipartisan support. Just one Republican in the House and 8 Republicans in the Senate voted against the bill. One of the Republican votes for the bill was Senator Carla Nelson, who believes Juneteenth to be an important holiday for Minnesotans to learn about.
I think we all should celebrate the Emancipation Proclamation, and even if it was 2.5 years later, by the time Texas got around to freeing the slaves, Minnesota was a leader.
And while Senator Champion joked about getting the rest of his colleagues that voted against the bill to come around, ultimately he expressed that celebration and inclusion are in the spirit of the holiday.
So even though they didn't join us on the day we passed it, they can continue to join us going forward.
Reporting in St. Paul, I'm Quinn Gorham.
The Juneteenth rally was held last Thursday at the state capitol. And with this year being the first time the state is officially recognizing the holiday, many are celebrating. Our Darian Letty spoke with some community members about this. She's live in the studio tonight. Darian, how are people responding?
Well, Caitlin, folks were excited to celebrate today. Many people in the black community said today is a reminder to reflect on how far our country has come, but also to look forward to a more inclusive and equitable future.
So what does Juneteenth mean to you?
I think it's a really cool opportunity that Minnesota is finally recognizing something that has been of value to a large percentage of our population for so long.
This is the day that the slaves was freed or known that they was freed. It's a long time coming recognition of opportunities lost for a 2-year period, and so people don't realize that. A lot of people don't know history.
I know most stuff about Martin Luther King Jr. Slaves were mainly African Americans and Africans.
What would be a good way to just spend your Juneteenth, do you think?
I think it's a good idea just to read up on the current literature, but also listening to the active community partners that are around us that are representing the values throughout the year.
Go to your I don't know, like I said, your local library, local bookstore, learn about the holiday, learn about, what had taken place.
Whatever way they normally celebrate, but barbecue, guess there's several ways to celebrate.
Definitely a happy day.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Definitely a happy day.
And also happening in Rochester for Juneteenth, there's a performance of the play Kumbaya, the Juneteenth Story, on Thursday night at 7 at the Mayo Civic Center. Admission is free, but registration is highly encouraged, and we'll have a link to do that on the web version of the story on KTTC.com. Live in the studio, Darian Letty, KTTC News.
All right, Darian, thank you. During a visit to Southeast Minnesota today, Congressman Brad Finstad stopped by the KTTC studio to sit down with us on some of the big issues. At the top of the list, the Farm Bill. The Republican lawmaker hosted a listening session with farmers earlier today near Fountain. He said he is passionate about ensuring the Farm Bill is put together by farmers for farmers and spent today hearing their concerns. Also, as the chair of the subcommittee on nutrition, he's been a part of many conversations regarding SNAP benefits when it comes to the Farm Bill in Washington.
The SNAP program, the nutrition title of the Farm Bill, is about 84% of the overall funding of the Farm Bill. So it's really important to making sure that we get that right so we can successfully pass a Farm Bill. But, really food security is national security. And if, we look at this opportunity at a Farm Bill that we need to take care of those that are the most vulnerable, those that really need help, those that need really a hand up and not just a handout.
The current Farm Bill is set to expire in September, which means Congress is considering changes that could affect millions who rely on SNAP. There are media reports saying the Senate Ag Committee chairwoman won't let any cuts to SNAP make it through her chamber. As for Congressman Finstad and his visit today, he also stopped by Rochester Fest and the Boys and Girls Club of Rochester. Well, let's get a quick check on the weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon live on the weather patio for us tonight. Sarah, another warm one, another sunny one here in southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa.
Yeah, hey there, Caitlin. A beautiful evening all across the region. Another warm, sunny day. Hopefully you at home are able to get outside and enjoy the warmth and sunshine. Unfortunately, I wish I had better news on the rain front. We certainly need it here across the region, as many of us have been staying rather dry for several weeks. One thing we are going to keep an eye on here for the next couple of days is going to be air quality levels. We are looking at an air quality alert to be in fact for all of our southeast Minnesota counties and really a good chunk of the state of Minnesota, even parts of Wisconsin. That will be in effect from noon tomorrow until 9 o'clock Thursday evening. But sky condition wise, as we flip over to our future track radar, not much happening. We're looking at that sunshine, a few upper level clouds here and there. Overall, a beautiful evening as we take a live look there from your Lewis Donato Live at Camera Network. A beautiful evening to get outside, but certainly a warm one. Temperature is currently sitting in the mid 80s for many of us. It's quite warm feeling. Winds, however, not too strong, anywhere from around 5 to 10 miles per hour has been pretty consistent here throughout today. As we look ahead, though, for the rest of this evening, temperatures look to stay warm throughout even the 10 o'clock hour, still sitting into those low 70s. We are expected to stay mild overnight as temperatures drop to the 60s, but we are tracking more heat, more sunshine. That impact to our air quality here for the midweek. Rain chances, though, we'll have to wait till the weekend. So we'll talk about all those forecast details in your first alert weather in just a few minutes. Caitlin, back to you.
All right, Sarah, thank you. The lack of rain is affecting not only farmers, but our lawns, which leads to the question, how do you care for your lawn in conditions like this? Megan Zempel talked to some local lawn care experts about what you can do to keep your lawn healthy and happy.
Things are looking a bit brown out there. With high temperatures continuing this week and a rain deficit, lawns are feeling the stress.
Kentucky bluegrass, which is most of our yards, the species that most of our yards have, is likes to have about an inch of rain per week. So to put that in perspective for us Minnesotans, an inch of rain is about 10 inches of snow.
Mike Zempel with Three Boys Lawn Care says there are options when it comes to protecting your grass in these harsh conditions.
As homeowners, we need to make a choice. Are we going to irrigate it and water it, or are we going to let it go dormant and let it try to protect itself? There's an in-between stage I would try to avoid, which is water it a little. It doesn't like that. It opens the cells, tries to start taking on nutrients and taking on that moisture, and it doesn't have enough, and it actually puts more stress on the yard.
And when it comes to mowing,
it's good not to mow brown, dormant grass. But at the same time, if you have green grass that is growing, don't let it grow beyond 5 to 6 inches. It's good to cut about a third of that grass blade off and no more.
Matthew Robbins also has a small lawn care business. He recommends aerating lawns, using a machine to make little holes so more water and nutrients can get in. But this isn't something to do right now.
I would probably hold off at this point until about end of August at this point. Most golf courses will do it right now, and usually they'll back off now and then they'll do it again in the fall.
Meanwhile, many have their fingers crossed, hoping for some rain.
It needs quite a bit of rain and consistent slow rain. A thunderstorm that comes in and drops 3 inches of rain in a matter of hours, that may not actually help the grass much because a lot of that will run off and it won't soak in.
In Rochester, Megan Zempel, KTTC News.
Zempel says to also hold off on fertilizer and herbicides until things get better. And if you do water in the early morning and at night for 15 minutes each time. Well, coming up, Tom Overly is live in Lanesboro at the Fillmore County Cattlemen's Steak Fry. Then we have some tips on how you can save on your energy bills this summer.
And we are tracking more sunshine and some hot temperatures ahead for the week as we continue to stay in this quiet weather pattern. We'll talk about all the details in your first alert forecast. But first, before we send it to break, here's a look at that allergy report today.
Many of us need them, whether planning a neighborhood barbecue or cooking for your family. Our economy runs on cattlemen. And in Fillmore County, a festival is celebrating those who spend their lives raising cattle. Our Tom Overly is live in Lanesboro at the Fillmore County Cattlemen's Steak Fry. Tom, how is Lanesboro tonight?
It is fantastic down here. I have the best seat in the house, I have to say. I'm here with Luke. He is the grill master here. How's the steak frying going tonight?
Well, it's going really well. We're up about 1,800 steaks.
So get that, 1,800 steaks. You're
yes.
probably going to even surpass perhaps even 2,000 steaks.
Well, hopefully not too much more because we don't have any more ordered than that in inventory. So,
well, I got to say, it smells great. You've been here at the grill for a few hours and you're still in upright position. I mean, this is tough work.
Yeah, it's all to promote our industry that we're in.
And
that's what is great about it.
You're a farmer, and this is also something, a livestock producer.
Yep.
And so why the livestock industry, why is it so important here in Minnesota?
Well, it's kind of the backbone of our area is agriculture and the livestock production aspect of it. Lanesboro here is kind of the heart of the price discovery of cattle and everything in Fillmore County. Yep. It's the only county in Minnesota without a lake, so there's a lot of cows. So it's,
come see the cows, right? I'll let you get back to work, Luke. Thank you so much. So he was actually talking. Get this: the ag industry here is over $300 million a year in contributions to the economy. So we're just kind of cut through the people here. Check out a lot of people here tonight. I mean, we're mid-80s, perfect weather. People kind of getting in line. You got steak, you got potatoes, great food here. I want to introduce you to Caitlin Root. She's with the Minnesota Cattlemen's Association. Here's Caitlin over here. Welcome. So you've been part of this for a couple of years. What do you think like tonight? Great turnout?
Great turnout.
And we were talking, again, the significance and the importance of this industry here in Minnesota. For people who aren't really familiar, I mean, how important is this?
Yeah, the cattle industry is very important in Minnesota. Actually, Fillmore County especially, they actually rank 6th in cattle production in Minnesota. So it's just important to remember that our cattle producers are doing a lot for the economic industry.
And what's neat about this is people can come down, have a great steak, and also this camaraderie, this community feel as well. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, everyone knows everyone. Also, the cattle industry, everyone's just here to support each other.
Absolutely. Have you had any steak yet, by the way?
It's amazing.
It is. It's perfect, yes. So, Caitlin, I know you've been wanting me to bring perhaps a piece of steak back. I'll for sure do that. It is really phenomenal. Information, you can go online and for tickets for next year, because this is really becoming a very popular event. Caitlin, back to you.
My tummy's grumbling, Tom. Thank you for that steak, and thanks for that report. Household bills continue to rise, but there are always simple things you can do to try to cut down your costs this summer. Consumer investigator Rachel DePompa explains in this Watching Your Wallet.
A-Plan Insurance came up with a list of the top tips for saving energy at home this summer. These are ways to lower your bills. Let's start with your gas bill. Experts say if you can, get a smart thermostat and check the temperature of your water. If you find the water coming out of your tap extremely hot all the time, you are likely wasting gas. Turning it down a few degrees will help. When it comes to your water bill, replace your shower heads. It might sound silly, but it can significantly reduce water consumption. Also, dishwashers over sink washes. Contrary to popular belief, dishwashers use less water than if you just keep running the sink and washing your dishes. And when it comes to your electricity bill, turn off non-active appliances. This will instantly reduce the amount of electricity usage. Also, turn off lights in the rooms you are not in and fix any leaks right away. Don't let them go on for months on end. 2 more ways to save: hanging your laundry to dry rather than using a tumble dryer in the summer months. This will cut costs, and take showers instead of baths. You will use less water as long as it's not a long shower. With this watch in your wallet, I'm Rachel DePompa.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We have been enjoying some hot temperatures and some nice sunshine out there across the region today. Unfortunately, rain chances look pretty slim here the next few days. Better opportunity, though, closer to the weekend. Here's a live look outside from your Lewis Donato Live Camera Network. Nothing but blue skies, a few fair weather cumulus clouds out and about there today. We are sitting into those mid and upper 80s here across the region this evening. 85 currently here in Rochester. Winds remain light out of the southeast around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures area-wide have stayed quite warm throughout the afternoon. Most of us sitting into those mid and upper 80s. Right now we are sitting at 88 degrees there in Austin, Albert Lee at 86, 82 over in Forest City, 86 in Charles City, 85 in Mason City, Preston at 84. Skies are looking very clear and quiet. Unfortunately, no rainfall expected here in the next couple of days. A few showers, though, off towards our northeast there in northern Wisconsin. Locally, just that sunshine and a few fair weather clouds. High pressure, though, continues to dominate the upper Midwest. That's going to keep us very dry and quiet throughout the next few days. The better opportunity, though, for rainfall looks to be later on in the weekend. However, the midweek looking to keep an eye on air quality levels, expecting to see excessive amounts of ozone here across southeast Minnesota and throughout a good chunk of the state. Hence why we have an air quality alert for all of these counties here in this dark gray. This will be in effect from noon tomorrow until 9 o'clock on Thursday. So because of all this sunshine, these hot temperatures and just a lack of winds throughout the atmospheric levels to kind of keep things circulated, we have an excessive amount of ozone. So we are expected to see that air quality remain in the orange category, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups. That will be not only tomorrow, but through Wednesday and Thursday. Finally expecting to see some improvement and relief as we head closer to the weekend. So tonight, our big thing, mild temperatures, clear skies. However, the upcoming week looking to be quite warm, expecting upper 80s for those high temperatures. Unfortunately, though, as I've mentioned, those rain chances really holding off until the weekend. So our temperature trend, you've noticed, mid to upper 80s expected for those high temperatures. Quite warm. Area-wide will be about 5 to 10 degrees above average throughout the next several days. So really look ahead for that warmth. As we time things out here, though, for the rest of tonight, conditions will remain rather quiet. We'll see temperatures as we wake up tomorrow morning into about the low to mid 60s. So it will be a mild start to the day. Widespread sunshine throughout the afternoon. High temperatures in those mid to upper 80s. As we head into Wednesday, pretty much a repeat performance. Mild start to the day, and then getting hot by the afternoon with that sunshine. Highs once again in those mid to upper 80s. So we are looking to see a rather dry pattern throughout the work week, though, but looking at some isolated rain chances as we head towards late Saturday into Sunday and Monday. As for tonight, temperatures will be in those low to mid 60s with light southeast winds. Lots of sunshine and hot temperatures there in those mid to upper 80s expected for your Tuesday. Light southeast winds. But needing to water those gardens there. Jill is our garden gallery winner with some beautiful peonies. That is in Broda. Congratulations, Jill. You can head on down to Sargent's on 2nd and claim your prize. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Looking at some sunshine the next several days. Rain chances, they're really holding off until Sunday and into Monday. Julian?
Next in sports, some NSIC greats received their call to the Hall today. I'll let you know who is a part of the Hall of Fame class of 2023. Plus, the Twins get set to open a 4-game series with the Boston Red Sox. I'll preview tonight's matchup after the break.
KTTC weather.
What's going on, friends? I'm Julian Mitchell. This evening we get started on the diamond as the Twins get set for the final leg of this long 10-game homestand. Just 4 games with Boston are left, and as of right now, team's 3-3 on this home stretch. Now, it's been a rough couple of games for Minnesota, dropping 3 of 4 to the lowly Detroit Tigers. The bats have been no good. Twins sit 25th in the MLB with a .230 team batting average and have struck out 742 times this year. That is the worst mark in the league. The team needs to turn it around, but it won't come easy, especially here with the Red Sox in town tonight. Boston is red hot, coming off a series sweep of the rival Yankees. Paulo Lopez is set to start for the Twins, see if he can get a good start here at home. His ERA at Target Field this season, a rough 5.88. First pitch set for 6:40 p.m. The NSIC we go next. The Hall of Fame class of 2023 has been announced. A part of the class is former Winona State star Jonte Flowers. Flowers still holds the D2 record for career steals with 414. His 1,882 points are 4th all-time at Winona State as he helped lead the Warriors to 2 national championships and a D2 record of 57 straight wins. Along with him, Faribault native and Bethlehem Academy grad Mary Slinger-Hyken is headed to the Hall as well. Hyken played a big role in Concordia University's first 3 D2 volleyball national championships, the all-time leader in digs and digs per set. Hyken is also the only athlete to win NSIC Libero of the Year 3 times. Also want to mention Cannon Falls native Kyle Blakesley is in with the 2011 national champion Augustana cross-country team. Lastly, I want to share something our Chuck Sibley showed us here. This is Tom Murphy at the U.S. Open. He caddied in 1970 for the Open champion there. Some cool fun fact there of a local native. That is your look at sports. We'll be back after this.